Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be part one of a two-part series. The first video is going to be palettes that I've actually used. So I've got all the palettes from like the last month that I have actually used either in videos or to go to work, and we're going to go through them. Part two will be all the palettes I currently have that I haven't used yet. So there's some that you will have seen before because I've done that video before, but it's an updated version. So yeah, we're gonna jump into it. Excuse the extreme look. I saw like an Instagram where they had done like a smoky eye with an orange inner corner, and I thought I would pair it with an orange lip, and then these lashes are a little bit bigger than I thought they were gonna be, but we're just gonna roll with it. So yeah, if that sounds interesting, definitely stick around. Make sure you are subscribed, and I'm gonna show you all the palettes that I've actually used. Okay, and if anybody's wondering, the lip I'm using is Sugar Pills Pretty Poison in Detox. It's a matte, it's a little bullet, it's not a liquid lipstick. I love their, so it looks like a little pill. It's really pretty. They do have this shade on sale quite often. I don't know why I like it. Not everybody wants to wear like a hot orange, but in the fall, I have said in videos, I am not opposed to an orange, green, blue, black, vampy purple. Here we are. And I really like this lip with this like orange inner corner, so I think I will wear this to work. If we don't have to wear masks in the fall, we'll see. If not, I'll just do the eye look because obviously you won't see it. But anyways, that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about the palettes that I've actually used. I have a pile, and I did use one again today. Well, actually two technically. So we'll discuss those first. We'll do them first. So the first one is from Kaleidos. This is the Escape Pod. This video should go up after the collection review. I did buy the whole, my nose is always running. I apologize. But if you've been watching my videos, we've discussed my allergy problem. Anyways, I did do a separate video just on this whole collection. This is the palette I used. This is the orange. Oh Lord, I can't get it open now. I used Tango. So the actual like orange. You could do this with the more corally shade, but I have Tango on my inner corner, so that's what that color is. With a little bit of a shade from Jawbreaker. We'll discuss that later. So that's where the orange is. The orange is from Kaleidos. Again, I have used this palette. I used it once before I filmed the review, used it during the review, used the orange today. It's a good palette. I like it. The other palette from Kaleidos, we'll just keep the brands somewhat together for cohesion, would be the Futurism 2, no, the Futurism 1 Sci-Fi Green. I did a look in a Get Ready that should also be up before this, where I used the green, this like lighter green shade with a little bit of this mustard on top. With the Blood Sugar palette, when I did like my watermelon-esque eye look that I've done before. So I pulled the shade from that. The other orange will knock this brand out. This is everybody's favorite brand lately. Is from Jawbreaker. And I have used Jawbreaker, I'm pretty sure, in the last month just to pull colors to do rainbow looks. Pretty much any rainbow look you see on my palette, on my channel, I'm pulling from Jawbreaker. It's just easy because it pretty much has every shade. You have mattes and shimmers. So I have a little bit of orange juice on top of Tango just to give it a little bit of sparkle in the inner corner. But like Jawbreaker is a really good white to do under the brow bone. I was gonna do that with this. Actually, I don't have a shimmer under my brow bone, so we'll just go in here really quick. Jawbreaker is a really pretty, like shimmery white. It's got a little bit of like some like duochromy reflect. It's pretty, but this is a good palette. It sucks with everything that's going on, but generally when I do rainbow looks, I'm pulling from Jawbreaker. And then I have used the Mini Breaker just because the only purple that's in the Jawbreaker is a shimmer. So the Mini Breaker is a good companion because it has purple punch. Foreplays a little bit more pink And then you have this almost like duochrome, and then Bite Me. What is the, there is a repeat shade. I don't know if it's Bubblegum or if it's Bite Me. Okay, Bite Me and Bubblegum, there's 2 repeat shades, are both in the big one, but the other shades are not. So it's a good companion because you got a mustard and another gold, whereas that's like an orange and a yellow. So I don't know, it is a good companion. I was somebody that didn't think I needed both. I got the mini breaker in a mystery box. I almost decluttered it. I'm glad I have it because I didn't realize the Jawbreaker didn't have a matte purple until I was doing a look one day and came upon that. And then Alien. I pretty much use Alien every single month. It's one of my favorite palettes. Like if all of my palettes burned to the ground, I would be on Poshmark or eBay trying to hunt this down. This was discontinued. If you can get your hands on it, I recommend it if you can get past the bulky packaging. It's just a good neutral palette. It's got, you know, the mustard shade is beautiful. Phone Home and Gravity, Titan are good, like neutral shades. Interstellar is gorgeous. So is Pluto. Pluto is very similar to Jawbreaker, but they are a little bit different, but they're really nice, like light brow bone. You can even use them as highlighters. And then Probe is probably my favorite shade in the palette. It's like a green with a brown shift. It's gorgeous on the lower lash line. So I really, really like it. The black in here is really good. It's my favorite name for a black is Black Hole. I don't know. It just, overall, you've got some really good neutrals, some pops of color. I just really like this palette. Again, it's unfortunate with everything that's going on with Jeffree Star because people don't really want to hear about his products, but it's a good palette. Let's do ColourPop since that's the other palette that I used. The gray is the Smoke Show. I don't know, they renamed this, so I don't know if that's the new name or the old name. It's the gray monochromatic palette. I almost decluttered this. I'm glad I kept it. It's a good one. I've got pretty much everything else on my lid other than the orange is out of this palette. I didn't use anything else. I used the white. This is on the lower lash line. You can't really see the crease because my lashes are so big, but I have this one, this one, this one. The silver's on my lid, a little bit of that. It's a good palette. It's very pigmented. So I was surprised. And then I did use, in my Normal to Goth video, I used this palette and this palette. So this, in that video, the inner corner is Opulent, I believe. This pretty like fuchsia-y shade in here. So, and I'm pretty sure I used a little bit of Poodle under my lower lash line in that video. I'm not 100%. And then Tickled is on my lid in that. So it's a good pink palette. I was gonna get rid of it, not because it's bad. I have that gigantic Morphe purple and pink one, so I was gonna get rid of this one and the purple one, but these are good drugstore, and again, people are having issues with Morphe, so it's nice to have the ColourPop options to talk about because people don't want to hear about either one of them. From Huda Beauty, I did try the Rose Gold Remastered. It was okay. I was more impressed with the shimmers than the mattes in this palette, honestly, which makes me really sad because I've heard really good things about their full-size palettes. I think the mattes in these little ones were better than that, but this is the remastered one. I heard the original was better. So I don't know why they remastered it, but I did use mauve. This was in my Normal to Pastel Goth video. I used both of these little guys not that long ago, but I've had questions on what's my most used mini palette. It's this one, that's why it's so grubby. I use it all the time. This one usually goes traveling with me because it's just a good everyday smoky neutral palette. It's not my favorite. My favorites are probably the mauve and the emerald, but Smoky Obsession, excuse me, is my most used. Then we have only one ABH. I recently got volume 4. I also got volume 1, but I haven't used volume 1 yet. I kind of forgot that I had it. It's in my drawer, but yeah, I did use this a couple of times. She's pretty. The winner for the 1,000 subscriber was chosen, Angie Long. Congratulations. She also wanted this one, so this is coming to her. I ordered it from Sephora and just shipped it directly to her. So hopefully if it comes in one piece, if it doesn't, she'll have to let me know, but There's two pressed glitters. I'm not really wearing pressed glitters lately these days because of my contacts, but other than that, it's a pretty palette. I like it. I'm glad I have it. What else? I tried the Nomad palette from Juvie's Place. This is probably the least pigmented palette out of the bunch that I own. I was kind of surprised at how I mean, they don't feel dry, and like that looks pigment. I don't know. I'm gonna have to use it again. This shade doesn't look unpigmented, but I swear when I was putting it on my eyes, like see, like right there, like that, I'm gonna have to play with it some more. I did have another subscriber tell me she kind of had issues with it, and she thought maybe it was just her. I don't know. I feel like this one's a little subpar for Juvie's Place, but I like that it's a little bit grungy. I got it to kind of replace one of the Vault palettes from the Jaclyn Hill collection, the orangey one. This one, I think I'll use more in the fall. I'll try and make it work. Like, it's got a grungy color story. I like the colors, so hopefully we can make this work. I might have to use a wet concealer with this one because I was not blown away with that. And then the last Jeffree Star palette has been Blood Sugar. I've used it in a few get readies recently just because, and I mentioned this in the videos, if I don't use it on camera, I'm never going to use this palette. I generally just do that watermelon-y look, and I haven't really used anything else. And I think I need to use this brown. I tried to do a red look in a recent like movie and makeup video, and I was not happy with the end result. So I need to play with this some more because it's not getting the use that it should be for what I paid for this. But so that's why I've been using a lot recently, trying to force myself to use it. My little palette that I use every single month is the Smoke Balm palette. It's just a little trio. I use this if I do not have a brow bone highlight. This is the one that I use. I love this. The balm still sells it. It's a good little trio. This is a good transition shade for most looks. And then having this is good like lower lash color. It's kind of a purpley shade. This is a good palette to have. I recommend. Like I said, it's still available. The balm still sells it. If I ever hit pan on that one shade, which is smoking, I will be repurchasing this whole palette. I'm gonna be, if I could figure out how to get on the Balm's PR list, I would, because I love their products and they're cute. Their packaging is really cute. One that I was surprised from ColourPop, I decided to hold on to this. I was gonna declutter it. I actually wore this the other day when I went to work. AutoZone, I wear a red shirt. So I used the warmer tones and this brown and then a couple of the shimmers. It was really pretty. It lasted really well. So really the only temperamental shades I would say in here are the blues. The brown can be if you blend it too much, but the lighter shades and the metallics are pretty in this palette. So I'm glad I held on to it. And then I did get a while ago the Naked Heat. I got it on Poshmark. It was pretty much brand new. I think the lady used it once or twice. Again, I wore this to work because it's warm. It kind of matches my uniform. I don't think you're going to be able to get a ton of looks. This palette's been around for a while, but it's nice. It's a nice warm palette. I like it. I will probably continue to use it for when I work at AutoZone. So there's that. I did try my Melt palettes. I don't remember if I filmed it. I'm not sure. I've been filming a lot lately, so I don't know if I tried these off camera or I know the finished look was in a video, but I honestly don't remember if I used this on camera. I probably did when that, if I did, the video should be up before this one. And you can tell me that I'm an idiot, but it's a grungy, mossy green, mustardy kind of palette. And then the Smoke Session is a nice little companion, mostly shimmer. They pair nicely together because the Gemini only has 2 shimmers and this is mostly shimmer, so it's a good little companion. Another one from Poshmark is the Rock Pro. I used this like 2 or 3 times. Very neutral. Again, it's like the Naked palettes. You're not going to get a ton of versatile looks. Like you're all pretty much going to get the same look. But it's really easy to use, really user-friendly, really blendable. I ended up buying the Pro 2 off of Poshmark because I was so impressed with this. It's just a nice, everyday palette, doesn't take up a lot of space. I was impressed with it. I'm kind of getting away from doing bold looks like this all the time and doing like going back and forth, because I was just doing bold looks. I went through a period where I only did neutral, and then I got into doing bold looks and color, and that's all I was doing. So I'm trying to find a balance between the two. Another like neutrally palette, I pulled out the Sweet Peach from Too Faced. Mine still smells really good. This palette, I swear, has got to be going on 4 years. I had this before I started dating Mike, and we've been together for 3.5, so it's got to be close to 4. It still works. This is one I'll keep till it hard pans or gets weird. This shade looks like there's something weird going on with that, but it's still, I don't know, it still works. It's not a punchy palette, but at the time when this came out, there really weren't punchy palettes, so it's just a nice neutral. The shimmers are just okay. I think I put glitter on top of it. I've been trying to use my Jaclyn Hill Vault. I've done, I don't know why I called this the Vault, the regular Jaclyn Hill palette. Again, everybody's seen it. It's a neutral palette. I have it up on top of my desk just because I've been trying to use it more, but it's a good everyday palette. We have the Wicked Sisters Dearly Departed. I did a review of this. That is also up. There are three. There's 3 pressed glitters, which make me sad because I don't really use pressed glitter. It's a grungy kind of a palette. I wish there was a green in here, but other than that, I don't really have any complaints. The shadows worked well. I was happy with the looks that I came up with. It's not a bad palette. I don't foresee using the glitters a whole lot, but I like the eyeshadows. They have a Lost Boys themed one, and I contacted the company. They said they're probably not going to restock that till the end of the year, but it's a little 9-pan, like Vampires Everywhere, something. I liked the colors in it, and it's smaller, so I think I'll pick that one up if they ever restock it, but I like some of the themed palettes they have. I did get the Jackie Aina from ABH. I've used it twice. It doesn't look like it, but I'm pretty sure I've used it twice. It's a good palette. I think I'll use it more in the fall because it's a little bit richer of a color story, but it's good. I like it. I was happy I got it. I think I got it on sale. I think that's why I bit the bullet on that. And then in the Boxy Luxe, the last month, we got the Tardiest Pro, and then this was in a Luxe box, and I didn't get this, so a subscriber sent this to me. This is the Remix. I'm glad I have both because there are some more colors in this one, and it pairs nicely with the Pro because this is mostly shimmer, whereas the original Pro is mostly matte. So I like that I have both. And again, they're nice, everyday, easy to use, nothing crazy, wearable everyday, just easy palettes. So I've been liking those recently, the easy to use palettes, simple looks, but still pretty. So those are all of the palettes that I've actually used like within the last month or so. So there's quite a few. Again, part 2 is going to be all the palettes that I own currently that have not been used. So that I'm pretty sure is bigger than what we just went through. So yeah, I'm going to upload them. This one will go up first. That one will go up like probably 2 days later. So yeah, make sure you watch both. The other one's a little bit embarrassing. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Make sure you're subscribed because you don't want to miss on all of the palettes that I haven't used yet. So yeah, thank you guys. Stay safe, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye everybody.